United States?
No, having experienced the Cold War effects in the past, nobody wants Cold War again in the world. As far as India is concerned, we only should hope that no such thing re-emerges on the world scene, because if it is going to be a reality again, another new Cold War is to begin. Remember, it is going to begin in our immediate neighborhood. While the previous Cold War was fought largely in Europe and I would say Pacific Atlantic region. If any other new Cold War between China and America begins, it will be in our own neighborhood, which is not good for even our own interests. So nobody wants another Cold War. Having said it, as you rightly pointed out, you said that China is today, putting pressure on Australia, but you also should remember that today countries like Australia are standing up to bullying. Not just countries in Australia, countries in Africa, countries in many other parts of the world. That's why I use the word, there is a massive trust challenge that China faces today. China is better advised to address this challenge first. As far as the situation that is unfolding is concerned, India has to weigh its options carefully. I believe that, like in the last Cold War, we had that so-called NAM, non-aligned movement. When the Soviets and Americans were fighting, the world was divided into two groups. We have created a third group. But NAM by name meant neither here nor there. Now, we have to be charting out a proactive kind of role for us in the unfolding world scenario. That doesn't mean we side with one party or the other, but we have to. Today, a lot of countries, especially in our immediate neighborhood and in the region like Indo-Pacific, look up to India for a proactive role. We should probably be prepared to chart a new course so that we will mobilize countries in our neighborhood to ensure that our neighborhood remains peaceful. It remains, there is an option for prosperity and progress for all the countries. No Cold War clouds will hamper our own development and progress.
Can you elaborate further on the role that you see India play? Because we've seen in the United States, members of the Trump administration come out in India's defense, hit out at China for the aggressive border posture. So very clearly, the United States seems to be batting at this moment, as it were, on India's side.
It is true that the border events indicate or clearly betray a renewed aggression on the Chinese side. I do admit it is a fact. While border clashes are normal, there is a greater aggression in the last incidents in last couple of weeks. For India, as I said, the options, we have maintained good relations with China in the last 5 years. We have had our share of problems. Some are direct problems. Some are created because of probably the intervention of China in certain matters. So we are having difficulties, yet thanks to the mature and visionary leadership of India, Prime Minister Modi, and thanks to proper reciprocation on the side of the Chinese leadership, President Xi Jinping's side, we have been able to manage this relationship quite smoothly in the last 6 years. It involved a lot of hard work, lot of back channel activity, yet we have maintained this relationship. We are not at all looking at a scenario where we both will fight with each other, however much the other countries may want it. Our idea is that if we can create enough, create a kind of a coalition and alliance of countries in the Indo-Pacific region that would come forward to take the responsibility for freedom of navigation, peace in the region, prosperity for all. In all these issues, most importantly, rule-based order. These are the challenges that we face. We have seen countries, that includes China, simply violating the global order, global rules, global norms, not caring for the judgments of international institutions. So a scenario where rule-based order is also coming under severe stress in the region. We should be able to take up those issues on a priority together with many countries in the region. That's what I'm saying. We have to mobilize a number of countries, not one country's responsibility alone. Many countries in the region, whether it is Japan or it is South Korea, it is Singapore, Indonesia, Australia, India, we all have to come together.
Now, two more things have happened which are of concern to me. One is that at China's behest, Nepal seems to be, under its new Prime Minister KP Oli, making very dangerous noises against India. Now, one would have imagined with the BJP in power in India, and you've got a country like Nepal, the relations would actually improve, especially given Prime Minister Modi's popularity in the initial days over there. But since the blockade of Nepal, we've actually seen relations go from bad to worse, so much so that the Nepalese parliament is now passing resolutions against us.